Where do we go? Nobody knows. I've gotta say I'm on my way down. God give me style and give me grace. God put a smile upon my face.
Can you explain what it actually means, the title?
Well, I don't know. I think if you go, if you go too deep into what these songs mean, it kind of ruin them. I mean, it kind of is about.
I think it's about being thankful for what you've got. That's what my interpretation of it is. You're alive, so stop moaning and get on with it.
Your time, honey, honey. Where do I go to fall from grace?
Are you guys are you religious?
Heavily religious.
You are?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
No.
We felt absolutely free to do whatever we wanted to do recording this album.
Yeah. The only thing that we wanted to maintain was the idea of making sure that everything we do is as sincere and melodic as we can make it. And apart from that, we thought, well, we'd do anything we want then. And that might be a mistake, Everyone might think it's terrible, but for us, we had to do that, Because we don't want to make something that we think is really clever and then find out that no one wants to whistle it,
The album received critical acclaim and was pronounced NME's Album of the Year. Following a worldwide tour, Chris tied the knot with Gwyneth, and Coldplay announced they were taking 12 months off to focus on social and political issues close to the band's heart.
Look at Earth from outer space. Everyone has found a place. In one sense, we're doing it because we've been given such an amazing life, But in another sense, the more we get involved in, especially the fair trade thing, maketradeffair.com, the more we get involved in that, the more we feel like we're actually doing something useful.
That was something that we all collectively decided to endorse, rather than endorse Coca-Cola or whatever, some other product. We don't have an agenda, we don't have a political agenda particularly, we just like to get behind things that we believe in.
The world is far too full of commercials already. We're very into saying things that we believe in, of course. Our album sleeve is full of them.
We'd rather not preach. Who are we to tell,
It's very embarrassing when bands get involved with causes like that, but I think when you're inside the band, it feels like the thing you should do, Even if just one person in the audience gets to go on the website or something, To us, because we don't always want to talk about our records and our music, what I mean? It's nice to have something else that you feel like you're talking about. I don't want some 15-year-old girl in Taiwan who thinks that our song is personal to her to then see it, with a flashy car driving along on the TV. The only thing we endorse is things like this, which we believe in, like fair trade and just things we actually care about. We're in the very fortunate position where at the moment we don't need the money that an advertisement would bring us, so we don't do them.
Following a quiet year out of the spotlight, the band headed back to the studio to start work on their third album, collaborating with longtime producer Ken Nelson. Chris had just become a father and was ready to pen their next masterpiece. The dynamics in the group, however, began to change, and the magic that once was seemed to be fading.
X and Y was kind of a result of listening to a lot of different music. You know, we got really into David Bowie and Kraftwerk.
I think what we were really guilty of, and you know, for the first part of this record, was kind of treating the studio as a bit of a day job and sort of going from 9 till 5 and then going out for a nice meal in the evening.
But that's no way to make great music. But I think we were all just enjoying sort of clocking in and clocking out for a while.
Then we realised that a lot of it sounded like we'd never played it together. Had no atmosphere, no sort of tension in it.
It came to a point we realised we weren't really working as a band anymore, and it could have been just session musicians going in there and...
Except crap session musicians.
Crap session musicians.
We had to go through that to get to where we were. We had to experience the real feeling of separation, and we were quite disparate for a while and didn't really hang out with each other outside of the studio. I think it was really important to realise what we'd lost in order to get it back.
We were suddenly getting this incredible feeling again. We were like, well, why are we getting this incredible feeling? And Guy or Will said, well, it's because we're playing together in a room. And there's no technology in here, there's no assistants or producers or managers or groupies or anything like that. And it was just feeling amazing. So then we said, right, well, we've got to re-record all those other songs then.
When we started re-recording things, we were able to do it in a performance-based way and to throw ourselves into the verses and then the choruses in a much more dynamic sort of way.
Johnny was pushing himself to do new things, and Will was pushing himself to do new things.
And we got really excited again about being a band and became much better friends.